All right, so today's workout is your support your local box workout number 3. It's the third and final one. It's a fun little chipper here, 50 of everything. And then afterwards, I have a little optional finisher if you want to do that when you're done. So for this workout, we have double dumbbell deadlift. So you're going to need 2 dumbbells. The prescribed weight for the men is 50, for the women is 35. Now, obviously, you can scale that or modify that if you want to. And if you are in a pinch, you can grab some kettlebells and do the same workout with kettlebells. It'll get you the same exact stimulus. So double dumbbell deadlifts, we have ab mat sit-ups, unweighted box step-ups. So if you don't have a box, find something that you can step up onto. Prescribed would be 24 inches for the men, 20 inches for the women. So you can probably find something around your house or maybe outside at a park or something like that that you can use for these step-ups. Then you're gonna do single arm dumbbell thrusters to finish that workout off. All right, so I'm gonna have Diane come in here. We're gonna go over the movement standards for these movements. And the first one's gonna be that double dumbbell deadlift. So for this one, just like the power cleans, you're just tapping one head of the dumbbell down to the ground. Her back is staying nice and flat here. She's dropping her butt, knees are bending a little bit, and then she's gonna stand all the way up. So everything's locked out, everything's in a nice straight line at the top. What I notice happens a lot of times when we're doing double dumbbell or double kettlebell deadlifts is people don't stand all the way up. So it looks something like this right here. Move a little, yeah, move quick, right? So notice here, she's not actually standing all the way up. So I want you to make sure you're getting that full lockout, shoulders on top of your hips every time. There's a slight hesitation at the top, but that is okay, all right? So make sure you're keeping the back straight. If you need to modify that, you can do 1 dumbbell, maybe you can do 1 kettlebell between your legs, whatever it needs to be. All right, then ab mat sit-ups. So you can go ahead and rent an ab mat from us. And remember, when you're doing ab mat sit-ups, the ab mat should be upside down to you. All right, so the fat part is closer to your butt. You're gonna butterfly your legs out to the side so your feet are, the bottoms of your feet are touching each other. And the standard that I'm looking for is that your hands touch the ground over your head. You can throw your arms up, use momentum, but you need to come all the way up to where your hands touch your toes, not just your heels. It does change the range of motion a little bit. So that's the movement standards that I'm looking for this workout, for these ab mat sit-ups. All right, then we're going to box step-ups. So when we do box step-ups, I like to have you guys alternate legs. So she's gonna step up with her right leg, get a good lockout at the top, and then she's gonna step down with the right leg, tap the left leg, and she's coming up again with the left leg to start. So she'll lead down with the left leg, tap, and stand. So when you're doing these, what I want you to concentrate on is getting your working leg locked out before your trailing leg comes up onto the box. All right? So you'll notice here, she puts her leg up on the box, she stands all the way up with this leg, and then the other foot touches. Versus, what I see happen sometimes is, as you're standing up, you get about halfway up, and the other leg comes onto the box to assist, all right? So, I know we're doing it for time. Technically, you're supposed to be moving as fast as you can, but I want you to do them right if you're doing them, all right? So that's your step-ups right there. It's 50, 25 each leg, and then 50 single arm dumbbell thrusters. So you can do as many on one arm as you want. You can switch whenever you want. There's no criteria for you having to split the work equally between your arms or having to alternate every so many reps, all right? So it's gonna start with the dumbbell in your rack position on your shoulder. She's gonna go down to a full squat. Notice her other arm is out here for balance. She's gonna drive up and use the force of her legs to propel the weight straight up overhead. So you wanna use your legs here as much as you can. She'll tap that weight to her shoulder. As soon as it touches the shoulder, that's like the button to initiate your squat. All right? So that's your dumbbell thrusters. Again, switch arms as often as you would like to for that. Okay, so once you get done with those 50, your workout is done. If you have signed up for the Support Your Local Box workout on the CrossFit Games website, then make sure that you go enter your score. You can make a scoreboard to see all the Ellensburg CrossFit people that are on there and see how you're stacking up against your fellow gym mates. And then, again, when you're done with that, I have a little finisher here. It should be kind of fun. We have 3 sets, and you're doing max reps of everything. So hammer curls to start out. And what hammer curls are is it's just gonna mean your dumbbell is pointed up the whole time. So notice here, she's alternating arms. I think that's the easiest way to do it. If your weights are heavy, this is what you're gonna wanna do. If they're on the lighter side for you, you can do both at the same time, okay? But notice if we turn her sideways here, as she does these, her elbow stays in place the whole time as she does these curls. Her arm is not swinging way up here, and she's not coming up to a relaxed position. You're trying to maintain tension on those muscles the whole time. All right, so that's your hammer curls. Then you're gonna go into strict presses, and you don't necessarily have to do this right in a row. If you need to take a little break, that's fine. But she's getting the dumbbells up into that rack position with the head of the dumbbell touching her shoulder, and she's driving that weight straight up overhead, and then coming back down under control. If you want to, if you have a preference to go a little bit wider, then that's fine as well. You can press and from that orientation. Okay, so that's your strict press. Hollow rocks is next. So for your hollow position, this is something we've gone over a few times now, but if you're unfamiliar with where you should be starting, just pull your knees in, okay? You can hug your knees, you're gonna get your shoulders up off the ground, but what this does is it makes it so your low back is touching the ground and your shoulders are up off the mat. Now you need to maintain that position as you let go of your legs and work out into whatever your hollow position might be. So you can move slowly, your arms and your legs going out. But ideally, you're going to be in a nice open hollow position, hands up overhead, and you're going to maintain your hollow as you rock subtly back and forth. All right? So you're going to do as many of those as you can before your form deteriorates. If you notice your form starts deteriorating, just stop. From there, you can roll over, and you're just going to hold on to a plank for as long as you can. And again, with the plank, looking for a nice flat position. I don't want you cheating, so you shouldn't be lifting your butt up. You shouldn't be letting your hips dip down towards the ground. If that stuff starts to happen, just terminate your set. That's fine. I'd rather you stop versus trying to do it the wrong way. Okay, so you go through that 3 times. If you're not feeling 3 times, maybe you just go through it once or twice. That's totally fine. Again, this is an optional finisher, so don't feel the pressure to do it. And maybe if you want to, if you want to save that for another day where you're not really feeling like working out, you can do only this on a separate day. So remember, put your score in if you signed up on the game site. If not, or if you did too, make sure you go into WOD Hopper and click that I did it button down there at the bottom of the page. Have fun, guys.